into the midfield, targeting Matt Sterner, taken away by North Central. The Cardinals will play it through. Pete Zimmerman chases it down, and he'll chip it up towards the goal, headed by TJ Simmons.
Got a foul beforehand on North Central.
Kevin, the officiating crew here for match number 2, the same as it was for our first match, with a couple of changes.
Abby Okalaja in the middle tonight. Mike Oliver and Peter Carpentier are the linesmen.
And we are 3 minutes into the opening half. Headed away towards the feet of Brian McMahon. It's North Central kind of pushing ahead here early on. Interesting to see their defenders are pretty much right at the midfield line. David Griggs tried to knock it free.
Neither team managing a shot yet here in the opening 4 minutes.
It's to TJ Simmons, who is tripped up, and North Central will have a solid opportunity with a free kick just outside the box, angling right.
Very good scoring opportunity here for the Cardinals this early into the match.
Cardinals have dropped 4 matches in a row. They are 0-2-2 in those 4 contests, tying Milliken on October 3rd at a 3-3 score, losing to Illinois Wesleyan 2-1 this weekend.
Abby Okalaja is going to back up the Blue Jay wall a little bit.
Jake Masinski and Ryan Carroll standing away from the ball. Carroll leapfrogs. Masinski angles it towards the box, and it's cleared away to John Brem. Brem tries to turn. He has Sterner in front as Brem lumbers towards the midfield line, and it is headed away. Looking for Thurman along the near side, and out it goes. Thurman again into the box. Cleared away by North Central. Philip Klipp in goal, the 6-foot junior out of Roscoe, Illinois. He has played in 11 matches this season and a goals against average of 1.66. Ryan Krensick controls to the left edge for Luke Froelich. Back out to McMahon. He will angle right for Brett Harper. Harper one-on-one against Carroll. Into the box, aiming for the far post. Keith Thurman.
Good send by Harper, just hit it a little too deep down the line that time. Elmhurst unable to get a head on it. Here's the shot from Thurman, though. Back towards the box.
Out to Kyle Wright. Right through the legs of Froelich and rolling towards the end line. Ball headed back towards the goal with 5 minutes passed in the opening 45. Elmhurst and North Central scoreless. Pete Zimmerman tries to chase it down for North Central. Along the far side, and Brett Harper cannot keep it in. No shots at this point in the match. In fact, just a couple of fouls. That has been it so far.
So far, the game being played mostly in the middle here. Both teams have had some opportunities, but a couple of crosses haven't connected just yet.
Back to the feet of Sebastian Domszewski, wearing the black top with the blue shorts. Temperature has really dropped tonight from when we started at the beginning of our women's broadcast. Thurman, left edge of the box, plays it through towards the feet of Froelich, just to the left of the netminder, and it is taken away by Bryant Carlson.
Nice job by North Central's defenders closing in quickly. They're taking away space from Froelich as quickly the double team got there for the Cardinals.
Domszewski traps it, and now he picks it up. Domszewski at 6'1". Elmhurst with pretty much everybody back from the CCIW championship team of last year. Yet they are winless in the conference to this point at 0-3.
Well, I know they've played probably their 2 toughest matches already with both North Park and Wheaton in the books, but I'm sure Elmhurst didn't think they would be 0-3 to start the year here in conference play.
Oh, and Kevin, one thing you can say, too, is when you make the CCIW tournament, anything can happen, and that's
Absolutely.
still very much a realistic possibility for this Elmhurst squad.
You know, you look at it, Jim, it's a must-win game tonight. It's a must-win the rest of these conference games is the way Dave DiTomaso and the Blue Jays are going to view these, is you've got to win these final 4 games, and those are absolutely winnable contests for the Blue Jays here. It's Thurman with the long throw.
Into the box and knocked free. The remaining conference matches. Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday, a matchup that you can witness live here on Blue Jay TV with video. You'll have audio of the football contest on Saturday at Illinois Wesleyan, audio only here on Blue Jay TV following the soccer doubleheader. Elmhurst is at Milliken, and they close the CCIW schedule against Augustana. And that leads us to a great opportunity to tell you about the CCIW standings entering play today with 37 minutes left in the half. Augustana and Wheaton are 2-0. As Sterner attempts to control, he will move right. Stood up outside the box. Brem tries to win it back. Illinois Wesleyan is 1-0-1. North Park 1-1-1. Carthage 1-1-0. North Central and Milliken 0-1-1. And Elmhurst 0-3.
Nice takeaway that time defensively by Randy Warren. Blue Jays look like they've got some space here in Luke Froelich.
Leads Brem into the box.
Clip.
And a moment of indecision for Philip Clip, but he will come out to get there.
Hesitated just a little bit on that one, Tim, but nice recovery and able to come back and pick it up.
Turning is Masinski. He'll start to move left, ridding himself of Randy Warren. And Domshevsky able to keep it in.
Guess you can call that the first official shot of the game. It was blocked by Warren.
And Domshevsky punts it onto the North Central side. Brem heads to the right side for Harper. Harper is tripped up in a foul against the Cardinals. Only one other CCIW match today. Wheaton is at Carthage. This weekend, North Park at Augustana. Wheaton at North Central. Milliken at Carthage. The matches upcoming this weekend, in addition, of course, to Elmhurst and Illinois Wesleyan from Langhorst Field on Saturday afternoon. The men will play first in that Saturday doubleheader. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. 10 minutes passed in the first. Still scoreless as the teams feeling each other out. Griggs along the far sideline. Sends it out of play. I'm Tim Calderwood. Kevin Jude is alongside on Blue Jay TV tonight. You can follow Blue Jay TV on Twitter. Figure out all the upcoming schedules there. We've talked a little bit about them. There is a lot of events upcoming. And you can also, of course, become a fan of Elmhurst College Blue Jay Athletics on Facebook, in addition to following the Blue Jay Athletics on Twitter as well. Here's Froelich. Swinging to the left side. He has Thurman. Thurman cross into the box. Sent back towards Warren, who heads it. 34-10 in the half. And it's always a cool night when you can see your breath.
Said it was nice and warm. That sun was out and cool and comfortable the start of that women's game, but it has cooled off considerably.
Great opportunity for Brem, whose header angles wide right.
Brem just trying to flick that one into the back upper corner, and he just a little bit too much on it, sent it wide of the net.
.38 remaining in the half, and now each team officially credited with a shot. Krensick will head it to Brem. Quick little one touch into the midfield for McMahon. And out it goes off of McMahon. Dave DiTomaso, the head coach of Elmhurst. Matt Klosterman in charge of North Central. Kind of an interesting connection between Klosterman and the women's coach, Jenny Kapanen. Both come from the Iowa Conference, where Klosterman was a head coach at Buena Vista University. They were both graduate assistants and graduates of Loras College at one point during their respective coaching careers. And now they find themselves in Naperville in charge of the men and women respectively at North Central. Harper keeps it alive, looks for Froelich in the middle. Sterner a little too far for him. Plays it out wide for Wright.
Good control by the Blue Jays here.
To the left foot, headed up into the box, and a save for Philip Klipp.
Brian McMahon got the head on it, but right at Klipp.
Players to watch for today. North Central's top scorer is T.J. Simmons, 6 goals and 2 assists. Elmhurst with Matt Sterner and John Brem having each scored 5 goals. Tyler Lundquist, who is not in the starting lineup for North Central today, has 3 goals. That is second on the Cardinal squad.
Brem trying to leave it back that time for Froelich on the little soft header. Unable to get it there to him, though. North Central, nice job defensively to close in.
Krensic uses his shoulder to try to start the breakout. It's cleared away by Tworik. Harper again on the right side. Knocked free by Carroll. And there is a foul against North Central. This Krensic is tripped up. And a free kick upcoming for the Blue Jays in a good spot. The official has pulled out the yellow card. No,
Okay.
No, maybe not. It looked like he did, but he was just walking over to make sure he put the spot down. He was not writing. He was just pointing with his index finger.
A little conversation with the North Central player, but
Warren mishit in the box and played away by Paul Box.
not sure if that was a mishit or if he was trying to get the redirection inside on keep it on the ground. But nonetheless, it deflects off of North Central. Should set up the Blue Jays' first corner kick of the game.
Matt Sterner in the corner for Elmhurst. The Blue Jays charge towards the net. It is played short for Froelich. His attempt is blocked. Froelich will try to chase it down as North Central plays it out. 30 minutes remaining in the half, scoreless.
Here's where Keith Thurman becomes such an offensive weapon for the Blue Jay. He has such a long throw-in. He can easily lob one into the box from the sidelines.
Into the box, headed by McMahon once. He lets it bounce. He tries to head it again. Down to the ground. Brem in on the play as well. Along towards the near side. Froelich. Flanked by Carlson, and out it goes. Kyle Wright will toss it in.
Wow.
Thurman with a throw in towards the box. And North Central able to chip it away. Ryan Johnson with some room. Johnson, a long run against Thurman. Stops, possesses, plays it out off of Thurman. And a throw in upcoming for the Cardinals with 28:38 remaining. First half, we're scoreless. Elmhurst with 3 shots, North Central with 1 at this point in the matchup. Targeting T.J. Simmons, headed into the box. Domshevsky races. And it is kicked at by Pete Zimmerman off of Domshevsky for a corner.
North Central going to get their first corner of the game. Zimmerman's going to take it for the Cardinals.
He will play it short as well for Kevin Akamoto. Crossing to the left side of the box, headed once, headed twice. Back to the chest of Carlson, and he'll chip it into the box offside. That's what happens when you try to get a little too creative.
I think they were almost deliberately trying to head that one back out, set up their defensive attack there, Tim. Nonetheless, Domshevsky was there for the save either way.
Quite the boot. John Brem is there with a right foot. Diving stop. What a save by Clip.
That was just a miss-hit, unfortunate bring by the Cardinals. It went right to Brem in uncontested, and a gorgeous save by Clip to keep this game scoreless.
Diving to his left with 27 minutes remaining in the half.
Brem thought he had him on the first move. Thought he had him leaning the other way, but a great recovery by Clip.
Substitution for North Central. Charlie Stanky enters. Here's the throw in for Okamoto. McMahon will spin it ahead. Brem gains control. Over to Thurman. Surrounded as he will move along the near side. Thurman towards the corner. Watches it roll out. It's a goal kick. .26-10 to play in a scoreless first half here on Blue Jay TV. Paul Box takes the goal kick. North Central, a little bit of miscommunication as they attempt to keep it in and cannot.
Good break for the Blue Jays here. Thurman with the long throw ahead again.
Boy, Ryan Johnson and Brent Carlson were just staring at each other. They each expected the other to make the play.
Sterner trying to get free along the end line there for set up the serve. Instead of let it go off of North Central and set up the corner kick for the Blue Jays.
With 25:33 remaining. Elmhurst had a pretty good try off of the last corner. They will screen the goalie Clip. As the wall packs into the box. Brem tries to jut his way free. A lot of extracurricular activity before the ball is actually in the air. Here it is, and it's headed home by David Griggs. Griggs heads home the corner for his first goal of the season. He strikes gold, and the Blue Jays lead 1-0.
Nice job by David Griggs, just getting a perfect feed from Sterner off the corner kick.
Griggs, the sophomore from Michigan, at 5'10", was in the perfect spot at the back end of the goal, and he guided it into the net as the Blue Jays take a one-goal lead. Played towards Warren, who will head it back to Domshevsky.
Number 4, David Griggs. Assisted by number 11, Matt Sterner.
24:35 left in the first half. Elmhurst 1, North Central nothing. Froelich heads it down towards Krensick, who was upended. Krensick charging in. Bounces it up along the far side. John Brem will watch it roll out. Brem with a quick toss back to the feet of Harper. Harper along the far side. Towards the box, out of the reach of Sterner. Keith Thurman bothered, his shot is blocked. McMahon charged in, tried to head at the rebound, but it is flung into the Elmhurst bench. Great opportunity for the Blue Jays again.
Another costly turnover there by North Central. They had possession. All of a sudden, Keith Thurman finds himself wide open in front of the net with control of the ball. And a nice recovery by the Cardinals defense to get a foot on that one. Otherwise, that one may have been ticketed for the back of the net.
And And out it goes. On this cool evening here in Elmhurst, the Blue Jays hosting North Central, looking for CCIW victory number 1. And Kevin, there is no better way to get momentum on your side than scoring an early goal.
Well, we've talked about it, Tim. The Blue Jays have had their struggles offensively the last 4 contests. Just 2 goals in the last 4 games. Their goal late against the University of Chicago in a 1-0 win. Their goal late against Lake Forest. They were shut out in consecutive games by Wheaton and North Park. So they went for almost 270 minutes, almost 3 full games without a goal. And a nice job to get one early here in this first half and out to a lead. But they're not going to be satisfied with just 1 tonight, Tim.
Not to mention that in the match against Carthage, they quickly fell behind early 3-1 as well, in a 4-3 loss to the Redmen back on September 25th. Last season on October 6th in Naperville, Elmhurst with a 3-1 victory over North Central. Brian McMahon with a hat trick. Sebastian Domszewski 11 saves for the Blue Jays.
Brian McMahon was the Elmhurst College offense in that game. All 3 Blue Jay goals were his.
Sterner leads Froelich to the left edge. Froelich back to his right into the box, need by Thurman. Looking to turn, and he played it through to Brem, who has to try to hurry on the left edge of the box.
Good idea by Thurman. Knew Brem was behind him, tried to play it back to him a little bit, just a little too far out of reach.
And another corner kick upcoming for the Blue Jays with 21:50 to play in the half. It was a corner kick that led to the goal on the board as David Griggs finished a Matt Sterner corner with a header.
This time the Blue Jays won't line up nearly as tight. They were in very tight on clip before.
Much different look.
This time you see them more spread out. Now they're going to all charge in on the send from Sterner.
Sent into the box, headed free.
He's looking for Griggs again off the far post. Unable to get the ball to him, though.
Froelich against the double team. Cannot keep it in. Sterner fighting along the near side as well. And a free kick upcoming for North Central on a foul. With 20:45 to play in the opening half. Chested down by Michael Curtis. Here's Keith Thurman as the Blue Jays with 3 on the offensive end. Stanky takes. Too long for Johnson. Good crowd gathered on this cool evening. Witnessing Elmhurst and North Central in men's soccer action. Matt Sterner working to his right with a lot of space. Sterner will play to space, leading Krensick. 1-on-1 against Zimmerman. Into the middle, it's Bram, a one-touch back to Froelich. He looks to the left edge, Thurman who's onside. Thurman will cross towards the back post, and too far for the charging McMahon.
Good idea from Keith Thurman. Knew McMahon was coming, but just to let him a little too far to the back post. Throw-in coming for the Cardinals here, under 20 minutes to go in the opening half.
Elmhurst leading 1-0, converting on a corner kick. David Griggs with his first finder of the year. Room for Stanky. Tried to feed Ryan Johnson, but Kyle Wright was on the scene, and he'll play it back to Domszewski, who is forced to play it out.
Domszewski, I think, just mishit that one, Tim. I'm not sure he was forced to play it out. Just a bad hit from Sebastian. It takes a bad bounce, goes out of play here, and it'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals.
Deep on the Elmhurst side as they look for the equalizer. Into the box, TJ Simmons clears it out towards Johnson, angling left and headed free. Off the head of Wright and out. Ryan Johnson looking for somebody to break. There's a lot of standing around as Randy Warren will intercept. And Johnson will line it up again with 18:10 to play in the half. Out to get to it is Domshevsky. Domshevsky with a huge punt.
He's got a very capable of punting that ball almost 60 yards.
Probably about the distance he covered there. And it is back to Domshevsky again as Warren steers it right and out. Into the box again, too high for TJ Simmons. They continually target the 5'11 sophomore in the box, yet they have not been able to hook up with him once.
Well, he's a little smaller in player considering some of the size of the Blue Jay defenders back there. Krensick about 6'3".
Though he's listed at 6'1 on the roster.
Yeah, a little taller than 6'1".
Under 17 minutes remaining in this first half. Elmhurst leading 1-0. And a throw in for Thurman. Who, as we know, can get it into the box. It bounces in and is headed away by Tworick.
Sheriff North Central did a nice job effort to keep that one in play.
Zimmerman keeps it in play. Here's Simmons, who has his left arm wrapped. A cast, in fact. Simmons sliding it over towards Stanky, who is bothered by Wright. Out it goes. And a substitution for the Cardinals.
Like Wright just almost whiffed on that one, not able to, trying to send a clear down. Couldn't get it out, results in a North Central throw-in.
Tyler Lundquist enters. This is a North Central team without a senior on their roster. And with 15 and a half to play in the first, the Blue Jays continue to lead by a goal. McMahon is onside as he moves right. Stutter steps and is tripped up by Stanky, and a foul whistled against McMahon. Second foul against Elmhurst. Ryan Carroll deep into the box, and Domshevsky is out to challenge.
Good play by Domshevsky. Saw that one was drifting back into the box, charged it, called off his defenders all the way, came out and made the catch.
Domshevsky calls for a keep again before Simmons converges. Just 7 shots in this opening half. 6 for Elmhurst and 1 for North Central. It is Elmhurst with a 1-goal lead with 14 minutes to play. Brett Harper looking for John Brem. Directs it with his right foot. Chested down by Sterner. Froelich fights for it. McMahon as well. Bryant Carlson. Long pass on the left side for Ryan Johnson, trying to chase it down. Krensick with position, and a foul will be called against Krensick by our referee today.
Not stop the clock. North Central player is still down. He has not signaled to stop the clock.
But yet the player will receive medical attention, so I would assume that it has to stop here.
Well, if he's off the side of the field, he's still not signaled to stop the clock.
Standard signal for clock stoppage is when the referee puts his arms over his head in an X motion.
Nope, says we're going to be okay.
Matt Klosterman is not a happy camper, the North Central head coach on the sideline.
That one takes an extra bounce for the Cardinals into the box, but nice job by Elmhurst and Keith Thurman to sweep it out.
Under 13 minutes to play in the half. North Central looking for their second shot. Johnson into the box to Domshevsky, who again calls out Keith. It's one of the strengths of Domshevsky as well, his ability to communicate with his teammates.
Very, very vocal so far in this game, making sure that his teammates and his defense knows where he's at. The Blue Jays defense was a little shaky in all three of their conference losses so far this year. So I know Dave DiTomaso hoping for some improvement tonight. So far we've seen it.
A long run for Lundqvist. Guides it left. And Kyle Wright plays it away from Lundqvist.
Nice job by Wright, marking Lundqvist the entire way into the box, saw the give and go setting up, and was right there to just poke it out of bounds. Let the Cardinals take it off the side on the throw-in.
Back to Lundqvist again. Over towards Johnson. Marked by Thurman and played out.
Good help coming that time for the Blue Jays. Randy Wright over to help out.
Well, North Central's been controlling possession here over the last few moments, but they have not been able to put together any shots yet.
No, they've had a couple of opportunities where they've just lobbed the ball into the box. Sebastian Domshevsky is able to come out and take those away from them, and now they're going short here on the throw-in.
For Zimmerman. And it'll roll out a goal kick and a substitution for Elmhurst. 3, in fact. I see Tim Piotrowski as 1.
It's like Froelich will head off. Thurman heads off.
Chris Tan enters. Freshman out of Sarasota, Florida, who has played in only one match this season, is on for Elmhurst. Also entering is Kyle Smith. Piotrowski, Tan, and Smith for the Blue Jays as we near 10 minutes left in this first half. Piotrowski eager to get involved offensively. He's fed to the left edge from Tan. Just outside the box, Piotrowski zings it through, headed clear. Out towards the top of the box and guided away. Right to Brem. Stutter steps right. Brem plays across towards the right corner. Blocked on the attempt. And it's picked up by Clip.
Good opportunity. Kyle Smith unloading from the far side that time. North Central getting a foot on it, and then Clip able to cover the loose ball.
Elmhurst continues to lead 1-0 with 9:45 remaining in the first half. Carlson towards the sideline. Too long, rolling out. Goal kick for Domshevsky. It is a short one, headed airborne by McMahon. Reeled in by Johnson, who targeted Simmons. Here is Simmons. Looking right, and Piotrowski steps in front. Back to Domshevsky. We'll try again. He gets a little more mustard on this one.
Well, too much that time as it rolls out of play over Piotrowski's head.
He threw it in from the wrong spot. Bryant Carlson was standing inbounds when he threw that ball in play. He was at the white line instead of the yellow line. And the linesman alertly took notice.
Hey, Randy. Up here. It's up here. It's our throw up here.
Belongs to the Blue Jays directly in front of us.
Kyle Wright saying, hey, it's up here. We got it. It's up here. It's probably even further than where Wright is. So he will loft it towards Piotrowski. Guides it left. Piotrowski along the near side. In for Sterner. Spinning. Double teamed. Sterner into the box for Piotrowski. Flanked again. Over to Brem. His shot is blocked. And deflects wide right. A corner upcoming for the Blue Jays.
Good shot. Good looks here for the Blue Jays, but the Cardinals defense doing a nice job tonight blocking several shots. Elmhurst now out shooting North Central 8-1 in the contest. Another corner kick for the Blue Jays. This their fourth of the half.
Elmhurst with the lone goal off of a corner. 7:15 to play in the first. Sterner's corner kick. Looking for Krensick and McMahon leaping. Knocked free by North Central. Brem is upended, likewise for Zimmerman, and it's against Zimmerman, who shrugs in disbelief. Elmhurst with a pretty good spot for a free kick with under 7 minutes to go, leading by a goal here in the first half. It's Blue Jay TV coverage of Elmhurst College soccer tonight. 6:35 left. Randy Warren utilizing his charging teammates, aiming for the right corner, and it is out. A foul whistled against Elmhurst, I believe, on the free kick.
On the approach, the Blue Jays whistled for a foul.
Six minutes to play. Elmhurst leading 1-0 here in the first half. Domshevsky stumbles and wisely waits as Sullivan corrals.
Good recovery by the Elmhurst defense. Sebastian was on his way out of the box there, then hesitated, changed his mind last second, and waited back for it. Elmhurst defense able to recover and set up.
Domshevsky taking his time before he is forced to gobble it up from T.J. Simmons. Another very short punt from Domshevsky.
Straight up into the air. It sails, bounces up to just shy of midfield here.
And here come the Cardinals. But Randy Warren breaks up the rush. Torek offside. .5:05 to play. Elmhurst on top by a goal. Randy Warren finds Piotrowski on the left wing. Piotrowski into the box. Towards the feet of Sterner, who is pleading for a foul as he's on his knees in the box. And out to the scorer's table on the far side for an Elmhurst throw. North Central able to keep it in along the far side. Substitution for the Cardinals at the scorer's table, upcoming on the throw-in with 4:20 remaining in the half. Sprinting on is Stephen Mackey, a sophomore midfielder. North Central with a throw-in dangerous territory, deep on their own side. Elmhurst with a 1-0 advantage. Piotrowski for Sterner. Looking left for Piotrowski again. A sliding play for Carlson. And out next to us.
Mackey just fanned on that one. So he had an opportunity to try and send it downfield. Just fanned on it, rolled out of bounds for a Blue Jay throw-in.
Good play by Lundqvist to undress Piotrowski. Back towards the box where Randy Warren waits. And the sweeper will sweep it out.
I think he was just trying to steer that one, trying to get a run off the outside corner, make the turn on the offensive player charging for North Central, just unable to control. Nonetheless, though, just a throw-in for the Cardinals and another lob-in right to Sebastian Domszewski. How many times is that now, Tim? Three throw-ins this half for the Cardinals that have ended up right into the hands of Sebastian Domszewski.
Got to recognize that's coming.
A good deep toss this time from Domszewski. Sets up Piotrowski to the outside.
Slings it ahead to Piotrowski. Who will work to the right side for Smith. Back to Brem. Leading Smith a little bit further ahead. Smith is stood up, and it's played out into the Elmhurst bench with 2:40 to play in the half. Into the box and wide left as John Brem has a go. Nearing 2 minutes to play in the first half. Carlson with the free kick, too high for Simmons. Kyle Wright with position on Mackey. And it is out again. We'll see if the Cardinals will try to throw it in towards Domszewski for a fourth time.
Well, they just haven't had anybody near him when they've made that throw. And Domszewski, they're trying to screen him. That was the best opportunity. They drifted it a little bit out in front of the goal line this time, but there was no Cardinal players there.
Sterner is held up by Carlson. Mackey waiting to make sure he's onside. Tripped up by Warren. And a foul, setting up a North Central free kick with 1:20 left in the half.
Let's go now, guys. Let's get one.
Charlie Stanke will place it down. A two-player wall. The Cardinals line up on the far side.
1 minute to play in the half.
With 1 minute left in the half, they have a great opportunity here to try to put together a chance to potentially even the score. Stanke guides left, and it's headed away by McMahon.
Nice job by Brian McMahon.
Back into the box, dangerous. Domszewski wins the jump ball, taking it away from Michael Curtis.
Very good aggression from Sebastian Domszewski in net tonight for the Blue Jays.
And he'll quickly lead Piotrowski, who pushes towards the right side, looking for Tan. Chips it up with a right foot.
Tan just unable to settle that one down, and good cross that time. But the Blue Jays still with possession.
20 seconds to play in the half. Clip out to challenge as Tan keeps it in on the far side. He'll treat it like a corner with 10 seconds to go towards the box. Clip comes out, and it is steered away. Out towards Krensic. He'll have a go. It's blocked. And Sterner will try with one last-ditch effort as the half comes to a close. Elmhurst leads North Central 1-0 at halftime. We'll have some first half numbers for you, plus the second half of play coming your way shortly on Blue Jay TV. Halftime at Barron's Park on this very, very cool evening where the temperatures continue to drop. Elmhurst leading North Central by the score of 1-0, and the Blue Jays will open with possession here in the second half. I'm Tim Calderwood. Kevin Juday is alongside. Let's take a look at some of the first half numbers. Elmhurst outshot North Central 10-1, including 3 shots on goal. Couple of saves for Philip Klipp between the pipes for North Central today. 5 fouls against Elmhurst, 4 on North Central. 4 corners for the Blue Jays, 1 for the Cardinals. And North Central was twice trapped offside. And right away, the Cardinals will test Sebastian Domszewski.
Ryan Johnson with the shot. Domszewski taking away the near post from Johnson that time, able to dive and smother the loose ball.
Just underway in the second. Elmhurst in the white, North Central in the red. Glad you're with us on Blue Jay TV. We're looking at the schedule today, and there's only 2 more soccer matches that we will be carrying for you here on Blue Jay TV. Krensik's attempt sails over the crossbar. The next one of those will be on Saturday when Elmhurst hosts Illinois Wesleyan in a soccer doubleheader at Langhorst Field. And then Monday, just 2 days later, we will have an afternoon doubleheader here at Barron's Park against Greenville. So those are the final 2 soccer broadcasts for both the men and the women. The blue-footed Brett Harper tries to win against Ryan Carroll, and it is played out.
Those broadcasts come up in a hurry. It's a busy week for us here.
Also on Saturday, we'll have audio only. Tony Menestra down at Illinois Wesleyan University providing some action. Football team takes on the defending CCIW champs.
Athletic Director Paul Crone joining Tony on the air on Saturday.
Let's go now.
2 minutes into the half as Ryan Carroll with a free kick for North Central. Cardinals have come out here very aggressive in the second half, Kevin.
Yeah, North Central showing a little bit signs of life here, down to that first goal early. Trying to put a little pressure on Elmhurst.
It is the Blue Jays with a 1-0 lead, converting on a corner kick. David Griggs, his first goal of the year from Matt Sterner. All the way back to Sebastian Domszewski's feet. Glad you're with us on Blue Jay TV. We'll also have a volleyball matchup for you on Blue Jay TV on Tuesday. The final volleyball broadcast of the season, of the regular season anyhow, depending on what, of course, happens schedule-wise with the Elmhurst volleyball team. They could be hosting a first-round CCIW tournament match.
There's a good chance they will be hosting one.
The fall has gone quickly. Kevin, we were just talking at halftime. Sure, it is cold here tonight, and the temperature has dropped some 25 degrees as it rolls towards Domszewski and has played away. But last year, remember, so many times we were here. We didn't broadcast last year on Blue Jay TV, but in our regular duties, the weather was rainy on many, many occasions.
You know, it's chilly out here tonight, Tim, but I'll take this cold any day compared to the garbage weather that we had collectively for all of last year. I think it rained on almost every single game that we had out here, practically. At least it seemed like it. And by the time November rolled around in the conference tournament, it was frigid out here at times.
Elmhurst seeking CCIW victory number 1 in the 2010 campaign. The defending conference champions suffered a shootout loss 4-3 to Carthage. By shootout, I mean a lot of offense. And then they were blanked by North Park and Wheaton on the road. They are playing North Central today. They also have Illinois Wesleyan, Milliken, and Augustana to play. The top 4 teams in the CCIW will qualify for the postseason tournaments, with, of course, the winner earning the automatic bid into the NCAA championships. And a foul is called against Carthage, or against North Central.
Red and black throw you there for a second?
Yes. And because I was just looking at Carthage on the schedule, I'm thinking of that match again. since we were just talking about it, in the CCIW opener for Elmhurst. Randy Warren with a free kick, deep on his own side, up the left edge of the field. Headed around by Brian McMahon and sent back onto the Elmhurst side. Throw in upcoming for Bryant Carlson, North Central. Cardinals have been outshot 11-2 today, and we are 5 minutes into the second half. Elmhurst continuing to lead by a goal. North Central has a 4-match winless streak entering play today, while the Blue Jays have lost 3 in a row.
And both these teams trying to end streaks here that they didn't want to have at this point in the year.
McMahon steps in front of Mackey on the far side. And a foul against the Cardinals. Pushes Elmhurst a little bit closer on the offensive side. They pinch ahead with the defenders. Everybody's on the offensive end, and Sebastian Domshevsky is about halfway up as well. There's the free kick. All the way into the box, headed towards Thurman. His back to the goal. Thurman looks for Froelich, who is upended. And steered free by Paul Box.
Good recovery by the North Central defense, and now they're going to get Griggs for a foul.
Griggs bothering Stephen Mackey. A couple of fans saying let him play. I think for the most part they were able to do that in the first half. 38:05 left in regulation. Bryant Carlson sends it into the teeth of the Elmhurst defense. Into the box and swallowed up by Domshevsky. Warren collects, leads Brem, he's onside. Out to challenge is Klipp. And Klipp beats Brem to the loose ball.
Good aggression that time by Klipp, coming out, making sure saw Brem was in onside and had an opportunity. A little too much on the bounce that time for Brem to get there.
Now Ryan Johnson tripped up and pleading with the referee. Out in front of us, Harper has it roll out. A throw in for North Central. Ryan Carroll. Restarting play for North Central. High arcing boomer towards the box. Headed to the right. Domshevsky charging out. And at the far edge of the box, reels it in.
About 9 minutes off the clock here in this opening, or excuse me, in this second half. Good boot from Domshevsky.
Carlson sends it airborne. Brem at the left edge of the box. Back out to Haas, who chips it up towards the box.
Bad deflection that time as Haas had some time and tried to chip it in, just off of a North Central defender.
Austin Haas did not play in the first half, but he is starting the second here for Elmhurst. And he trips up Michael Curtis from behind. Good challenge, but a little bit too much of the North Central midfielder. Brem finds Thurman on the left edge. Thurman with a long run. He'll carry into the offensive half. Thurman outside the box. Centers. Harper heads to McMahon with a left foot, a bicycle kick that sails high and right.
Good idea. McMahon tried to feed it to Harper. Harper realized he had no shot, tried to head it right back to the foot of McMahon, and McMahon just lofted it high.
We are 10 minutes into the second half. Elmhurst continuing to lead North Central 1-0. Right in front of us, Froelich will corral. He runs left. Over towards Harper, and he's offside.
It's like just a little bit probably on that offside call, but linesman right on top. Saw Harper get behind the defense and got that flag up.
Haas takes it away, but it's a little too long for Thurman. Froelich coming at us. Collision, hard collision between Froelich and Ryan Carroll, who is on his hands and knees in front of us. Referee will give him a moment here. And there is a stoppage of the clock with 33:27 remaining. Ryan Carroll back to his feet. Round of applause from the fans here. I think North Central was asking why there wasn't a foul there, which is maybe part of the conversation that you were able to hear into.
You heard Abby Okalaja, the center referee, saying it was a high shoulder, but not to the face. Was his explanation to the North Central players. It was just a great, both players going for the ball, just colliding into each other. I don't think there was any intent on either player there. Carroll just got the worst end of it.
Stanky will back it up, looking for help, and it's thwarted by the Blue Jays. Now it is Thurman. An awful long run, racing up the far side, and he'll lead Harper a little too long.
Substitution here for the Cardinals. Simmons coming back in.
He is the top scorer for North Central this season with 6 goals.
Looks like Zimmerman heading off.
Elmhurst has done a very good job on him defensively so far today. It's not to say that North Central hasn't targeted Simmons, but he hasn't been able to get in position to make some plays either.
Just 2 shots the whole day for North Central so far.
Here's Brem. Redirecting right. His cross attempt is blocked. Kyle Wright aggressively sprinting in, trying to win his way around Mackey, who was just waiting for the ball to come, and Wright said, "You're going to wait, I'm going to go get it."
Sometimes the stats can be a little misleading. We say just 2 shots to him, but North Central has had their offensive chances here. Sebastian Domshevsky's played very well in goal, coming out being aggressive on a lot of those corners, on a lot of those throw-ins, and preventing the Cardinals from getting any good shot attempts.
That's, I think, one of the reasons why I was talking about Simmons, because they've gone his way several times. He's just been out-jumped to loose balls. Elmhurst looked for a handball in front of us. North Central plays it back out of the defensive side before sending a long through ball. Randy Warren flanked by the aforementioned Simmons.
Nice job by Randy, able to put the ball down, control, turn the corner on his man, and clear it about 40 yards.
McMahon plays for space on the left side. Right over to Thurman.
Froelich calling for it in the center.
Between 2 defenders. Headed away. Ryan Johnson leads Tyler Simmons. Back to Johnson again. Working his way to the right. Simmons behind him. Knocked away.
Randy Warren right there for the Blue Jay defense, stepping up and sealing that one off. And again, Tim, you see the aggressiveness of Domshevsky coming out and making sure North Central not able to generate any shot chances.
15 minutes gone in the second.
Some very heads-up play by the Blue Jays goalkeeper tonight.
The only goal of the match from Elmhurst in the first half off of a corner kick.
Thurman.
Sterner to Griggs. And it is Griggs who trips up Simmons.
Keith Thurman had an opportunity that time, just led Luke Froelich a little bit too far, resulting in the North Central run now.
Rolling towards the box, and Domshevsky patiently awaits.
That's where you can take your time a little bit if you're the goalkeeper. It rolled in, so it went off the head. You can clearly pick it up, and Domshevsky will let about extra 5-10 seconds tick off the clock before he'll boot this one away. Well, that one's short.
Just targeted well for Krensik.
Just over Krensik's head a little bit. Randy Warren going to control for the Blue Jays, though. And North Central starting to be a little more aggressive here on offense again. We noticed that the Cardinals are kind of playing in spurts almost with their aggressiveness, Tim. Elmhurst, they came out very strong early in this half and then slowed down the pace a little bit. Now they're trying to pick it up again here.
The one thing they can't afford is an Elmhurst rush, as Froelich keeps it in along the far side.
And actually, it looked like it rolled over the end line off the last touch, so it'll be a corner kick for the Blue Jays.
Fifth corner of the match for Elmhurst. Blasted into the box, headed left by Thurman.
Five to 1 corner kick advantage for the Blue Jays. 13-2 shots lead. Just a 3-1 shots on goal lead, though, Tim. Clips had to make a couple of very nice saves. Domshevsky had one to start this half here. That was his first. He didn't have to make a save in the first half. Clip with 2-1 was a point-blank save on John Brem early in the first half. Elmhurst has had their chances, but they would have loved to get one more goal here and maybe just try to break this sucker open.
Warren ahead for Harper, and it'll roll out.
Nice job by Paul Box, that time the defender for the Cardinals. Taking the inside route to the ball, making Harper try to go to the outside, and just letting that ball ride out of play.
Box, the junior and Naperville product, will handle the goal kick as well.
27-27 left on the clock here in this contest.
It's another short visit onto the offensive side for North Central. Handball.
Bounces up and got a piece of Lundqvist. Free kick for the Blue Jays coming up. Randy Warren will take it. About 45 yards out from the goal. Kyle Wright faked a run up the outside. It looked like he was going to start a run. Randy thought about it. Now instead he's going to try and serve it in. Aiming for the corner and Froelich instead.
Froelich one-on-one against Stanky with some help coming in. Over towards Haas to the crossbar.
I think they got a piece on that. Yes, says Abiok Elijah. That'll be a corner kick. Credit Clip with the save as Haas blasted a shot from point blank at the top. And great location. Clip just getting a hand on it.
And Froelich will place down the sixth corner kick of the match for Elmhurst. Their lone goal has come off of a corner. Into the box, out of the reach of the leaping John Brem. But another corner upcoming, this time from the opposite side.
Krensik tried to control it, went off of a North Central body, and it'll go to the other side. So Luke Froelich will tee it up one more time for Elmhurst.
25:43 remaining. Elmhurst by a goal at 1-0. There is the corner kick towards the box and poked away. And now North Central has an opportunity. They have numbers if they can rush ahead, and a great defensive play by Thurman.
Keith Thurman, nice job. Saw that North Central had some space, able to get in front, poke that one out of play, and slow down the Cardinals' run. And now here comes Elmhurst with numbers.
Thurman too long for Brem and into the box. 25 minutes remaining. We are 20 minutes into the second. Neither team has been able to distance the advantage or even things up. It remains Elmhurst with a 1-goal lead thanks to the only goal of the season from David Griggs off of a corner kick, and a handball is called against North Central.
Warner looking for Brem right in the middle, just missing Brett Harper as Harper was ranging from the outside.
Kyle Wright plays it out off of a North Central player. Four minutes remaining. A throw in for the Blue Jays. Wright tosses it towards Harper. And it is skied into the box.
North Central's just not been able to generate many chances here in the last about 10, 15 minutes or so. Domszewski, like we said, have been very strong in goal for the Blue Jays, coming out, handling all the balls out at the top and preventing North Central from getting any opportunities.
Krensick working around Johnson. Beats his man. Johnson with a sliding attempt. Krensick is tripped up, and there's a foul.
Just outside the box here, as Johnson knows it, as he just got a piece of Krensick. Completely unintentional. Krensick tried to keep his feet, just unable to do so, because otherwise he had a nice run to the inside.
Randy Warren and Luke Froelich standing on top of the ball. North Central will bring over a second defender as Froelich will race towards the left. It is to the left and headed back towards Froelich.
Aiming in the direction of McMahon, I believe, that time.
Will chip into the box and out for a goal kick and a substitution for North Central.
Looks like that's Dylan Perez in for the Cardinals.
It is Dylan Perez, a freshman, with 22 and a half to play. Elmhurst continuing to lead 1-0. Stephen Mackey trying to reel it in. Griggs will head it down. Harper through three defenders. Still trying to control. And it's taken away by Carlson. Here is Johnson on the near side, but a foul is called, and the official will back it up.
A little too much shoulder contact that time by the Blue Jays.
And the official chatting with Paul Box. And now he will stop the clock. A very stern lecture from the official. I mentioned North Central is without a senior, so the juniors taking the leadership roles on the team. Box one of those. No card, though.
Teammates able to get back there and pull Paul Box away from Abby Okolija there at the end. Several subs entering for the Blue Jays, one for the Cardinals as well.
Sterner returns. Also entering is John Stewart for the first time today.
See if the Blue Jays can utilize Sterner's speed up front here. Some fresh legs now. And is yet to play this half.
Still just a 1-goal lead. Domshevsky taps it out. A corner for North Central.
First opportunity here for North Central here off the set piece.
Their second corner of the night.
Just took a bad hop on Sebastian that time. Looked like he was going out to make the right decision, go out and play that ball. It took a high bounce, and rather than let it go over his head, just poked it out of play. That's Carlson going to take the corner here for North Central.
Surprisingly, there is no one screening Domshevsky. It is a short corner into the box and out for a goal kick.
Cardinals unable to generate even a chance that time. Decided to go short with it. Nothing doing at all there. Box well defended.
20 minutes to play. Domshevsky's goal kick. Onto the North Central side and brought in by Brem. He is stripped by Curtis, who pokes it up for Simmons. Plays it to himself, working his way around right. A header, and now he leads himself along the far side. Out it goes. Throw in for North Central. All the way towards the box. Back out it comes, and Tworick attempting to chase it down to the far side. And tripped up is Stewart. Free kick upcoming. With 18:45 to play in regulation. Randy Warren on the ground, leading Brem, keeping it in on the far side. Brem targets the goal, and Flip just gets a piece. Griggs tangles with Mackey, and out it goes. Krensick looking for assistance as he slowly waltzes ahead. Stewart towards Sterner. Pitching for Brem. Cleared away by Carroll. Pietrowski collects, overshoots Carroll. Here comes North Central. Dylan Perez tried to go through for Johnson. It's interrupted.
Nice break up, Ryan Krensick. Able to stick the back foot on the ball, break up the long pass, and prevent a possible North Central run.
17-15 left in the second half. Elmhurst 1, North Central nothing.
Pietrowski will take the long throw for the Blue Jays.
Tim Pietrowski hops it to Brem. Back to Pietrowski, serving for the far side. Stewart is held up. McMahon in the vicinity as well. And a goal kick for the Cardinals. 15-2, Elmhurst has outshot North Central today. Yet it remains just a 1-goal advantage.
5-1 in a shots on goal situation here. North Central's only shot on goal came in the opening minutes of this half, Tim.
Sterner on a dead sprint. Reels it in. And he is knocked to the field by Box. And a stoppage. There's the card. Remember, moments ago, Box had a few words with the official, and he stopped the clock to talk to him. This time, no talking, just carding.
Abby Okalaja will book box in with the card.
16-16. Froelich restarts. Header towards the goal on top of the net. McMahon, I believe, charged in.
See some of the bigger targets that the Blue Jays like to utilize on those set pieces, on the free kicks or the corner kicks. Brian McMahon, Brian Krensick will often come up and play inside the box there as well. McMahon 6'3", Krensick, like we said, listed 6'1". Coming up on the 15-minute mark to go in this contest. Elmhurst still holding to that 1-0 lead.
He's Kevin Jude. I'm Tim Calderwood with you on Blue Jay TV. Men's soccer action on this cool night in suburban Chicago. Barron's Park here in Elmhurst as a whistle against Elmhurst will set up a North Central free kick on the offensive side. You can follow Blue Jay TV on Twitter to receive all of the up-to-the-minute schedules on what contests we will be carrying for you. The fall season rapidly winding down. In fact, some of the winter sports will begin practice this weekend. North Central gets ahead on it, but it couldn't steer towards the goal as it is well to the left. And it remains Elmhurst with a 1-0 advantage. Of course, you can also become a fan of Elmhurst College Athletics on Facebook, in addition to following Blue Jay Athletics on Twitter. And of course, check out elmhurstbluejays.com, the official internet home of all of the Elmhurst College athletic events. 14:25 remaining. Domshevsky's boot to midfield. Headed forward by McMahon, reeled in by Brem. Double teamed. Plays it out for Piotrowski in front of the North Central bench. Piotrowski splits the defenders. To Sterner, back over to McMahon. Working left into the middle. Knocked away.
Good ball movement that time by the Blue Jays, just unable to find Luke Froelich in the middle.
Ball is still in. Piotrowski. Brem. Warren with a trap. He'll chip it up towards the box. Headed away by Carroll.
Stewart charging that time. Just overran the ball a little bit for the Blue Jays.
Elmhurst 1, North Central nothing, down to 13.5. Out of the reach of Brian Krensick.
I think Krensick would like to have that one back just a little too far in front. The North Central with a 13-15 left on the clock here, down a goal. Trying to get something going here if you're the Cardinals. In a game and a half that's been pretty much controlled by the Elmhurst defense so far, Tim. Very little chances for the Cardinals in this contest, in particular this half. Their best chance coming here in this half. Their only shot on goal.
Defense has been challenging every opportunity. Here's Brem. Through to the left side for Piotrowski. Piotrowski at the left edge of the box. Watches it roll out. Corner.
Situation here, if you're Elmhurst, that you've got to feel like that if you just get one more goal here, that'll be the ball game. The way your defense has been playing so far and just controlling the tempo here on offense, that if you can just knock one more home, you can wrap this one up. Several Blue Jays over in that corner there. Looks like that's John Brem, I think. Nope, not John Brem.
Sterner?
That's Sterner, yep.
With his arm in the air. Blue Jays scored off of a corner in the first half. They try back pocket again. Griggs, who scored off of the same play, couldn't get a piece, but Carthage did, and Elmhurst will trot to the other vicinity.
Paul Box, the man for North Central, who heads it out of the box and out of play. Sterner will get an opportunity to send it from the other side this time. Here comes the 9th corner kick of the match for the Blue Jays.
Sterner targeting the left corner. Griggs came sliding in, but TJ Simmons takes it away. Collision between teammates.
Two North Central players run into each other, and that allows for a turnover here, and the Blue Jays going the other way.
Stewart. A little bit too far. This box targets the right side.
Again, North Central and Domshevsky alertly going to let that one roll all the way to the end line. Now he'll stop it, knows he can pick it up, and run a little bit more clock in the process.
10:50 to play. Elmhurst 1-0.
Quick restart as Sebastian lays it on the ground. Randy Warren, a nice first move to get around his defender.
The officials saying, all right, pick up the ball. Let's get the play going. The clock running down to 10.5 minutes. Stewart out left. Brem moving left. Piotrowski back towards Brem. Tried the give and go. North Central read it perfectly. Colliding with the fence on the far side is Mike Torek. Under 10 minutes to play. Brem outside the box. Back towards Piotrowski. He'll go right side, nobody home.
Be surprised if you see the Blue Jays in the next couple minutes try to take those balls into the corner and just try to eat up some clock. Take them for throw-ins, take them for corner kicks. 9:20 to go, and Elmhurst, like you said, desperate for a conference win. They'll be perfectly content to walk away with a 1-0 victory, despite the fact that they feel that they probably could have had a couple more goals.
Kyle Wright fighting along the far side, and a foul against Wright.
Under 9 to go now. Free kick coming for the Cardinals, about 53 yards out from the top of the box. Top of the goal, rather.
There's a whistle from the referee. Domshevsky is there again.
Every one of those chip shots have been right to Sebastian Domshevsky. Very alertly breaking up every opportunity. But North Central not able to generate any offensive chances from those set plays, Tim.
Knocked around. Stewart leaps. Brem is pushed from behind. And there's the challenge and foul.
Elmhurst will quickly restart and go to the opposite side of the field, and Luke Froelich.
Sterner is tripped up. Sterner recovering to his left.
Sterner being held that time by North Central, getting away with one in that situation. See the jersey stretch out on Sterner that time. It's like in football, you can pretty much tell when a guy's holding.
But you don't get 10 yards. 7:33 to play. A substitution for Elmhurst. John Brem exiting with Aaron Engel on the pitch. And for Aaron Engel, this is his first appearance of the season. Time is not on the side of North Central. And heading it out will not be a good way to do it either.
7 minutes, like I said, every time the Blue Jays get an opportunity to throw the ball in or take the corner kick, they can eat up a little more time.
Sterner fighting in the midfield. North Central quickly ahead towards TJ Simmons, guided away by Warren.
A half volley that time from Randy Warren, and he serves it about 40 yards downfield.
McMahon leading Piotrowski towards the corner. Piotrowski slowly carrying. Stutter steps right. Held up.
Shot
And
coming.
the shot from Krensic is wide left.
Eating up another minute off the clock here as well.
Down to 6 minutes left with Elmhurst on top, 1-0. The Blue Jays seeking for their 7th win of the year, but even their record at 7-7. And the through ball is wide left.
Froelich looking for Sterner, breaking from the outside. They had Aaron Engel open to the near side in front of him. I'm not sure he saw him. He was pretty much looking at Sterner the whole way. Down to about 5.5 to go here.
And it rolls into the Elmhurst bench with 5:25 remaining.
North Central not helping them their own cause here at all, Tim. So every time it looks like they've got a chance with a throw in, they'll flip the ball back out of bounds and end up coming back to Elmhurst. That time a goal kick that goes right out of bounds.
I will say the Blue Jays have done a very good job of protecting their lead today. But it's not like that's all that they've been doing. They've been very good at protecting it on the defensive side while still being aggressive on the offensive zone.
Here's what we talked about earlier. Sterner going right to the corner and just going to put the ball right there and wait for it. And North Central able to poke it off of him, and they'll get the throw in.
They wanted to get a sub in as well. But the Cardinals were quick to restart. Randy Warren shuffles it towards the middle. Here's Michael Curtis. Back to Ryan Carroll. He aims for the box, and Griggs loses his footing.
Lundqvist almost lost his footing over there as well. Almost played it out.
4:15 to play.
Good double team help from Piotrowski.
A sliding play by Ryan Carroll.
3-on-3 situation, and Warren was looking for Sterner in the corner, just couldn't find him as North Central breaks up the pass.
Just 2 shots for North Central thus far.
And a great sweep by that's Kyle Wright, who booted that one, kept it in play, keeps the clock rolling in 3:45. Kept it in play, didn't allow the throw-in rather for North Central.
Engel controls. Try to chase it down along the far side. Keeping it in play towards the corner, flanked by Tworick. And it is out for a goal kick. Here is the substitution for North Central.
Simmons comes off.
Stephen Mackey returning as we come up on 3 minutes left. Box. Back and forth with Stanky. Ooh, hard collision on the far side and a foul against Elmhurst.
He has not stopped the clock
He's
yet.
taking out the card, though. There's the stoppage with 2:40 to play.
You could see that one all the way from over here. It's a unintentional contact, but the head just collided of Piotrowski with the Cardinal down on the field. I'm not sure who that is, but very hard collision. And both players going for the ball that time, Tim, but Piotrowski clearly caught the North Central player. Almost a head-to-head contact that time. I just hope he's okay.
It's the first booking against Elmhurst with 2:40 remaining. The Blue Jays have a 1-goal advantage. They have outshot North Central 17-2.
Shots on goal at 5-1. Like you said, Domshevsky's done a nice job coming out, breaking up a lot of those opportunities for North Central on whether it be throw-ins, whether it be corner kicks as well.
Elmhurst training staff is out, along with Matt Klosterman, the North Central head coach, and Philip Klipp, the junior netminder for the Cardinals. We will again remind you that our next broadcast here on Blue Jay TV will come your way Saturday. Doubleheader of soccer action against Illinois Wesleyan University. Men are at 1 o'clock. Women follow at 3 o'clock.
Tyler Lundquist, I believe, the man down for the Cardinals. Sitting up now, at least a good sign.
And we'll have soccer doubleheader for you on Monday in the afternoon back here at Barron's Park. And then Tuesday volleyball for you next week as well. So a lot of events upcoming, and of course audio from the Elmhurst football game on Saturday down at Illinois Wesleyan.
Let's not talk about food.
Lundquist still receiving attention with the clock stopped at 2:40. And Elmhurst leading by a goal at 1-0. Searching for their first CCIW match win of the season.
They'll help Lundquist to his feet, try to steady him a little bit. Sure, probably a little wobbly out there after that collision.
And a nice round of applause from the fans here at Barron's Park. Elmhurst seeking their third victory of the season at home. Ironically, all three of those wins would be here at Barron's Park.
Only played one game so far at Langhorst Field, though. That was the loss to Carthage.
The second one is coming on Saturday.
Clock will restart on the touch by North Central.
Here is the free kick. Big opportunity for the Cardinals, headed away. And with his feet on it is Dylan Perez towards the goal.
Johnson just unable to get a good swing on that ball, otherwise he may have had a good shot opportunity. And you see Klipp playing all the way out to the 30-yard line now, about 40 yards from the goal mouth. As North Central running out of time at 2:20.
Perez tripped up. Elmhurst leading by a goal. 1-0. David Griggs, the only marker today, off of a corner kick and a handball by Brian Krensick.
Krensick jumping up, trying to chest trap the ball, but took a bad hop on him. And another good opportunity for the Cardinals, about 40 yards out.
It is Ryan Carroll all by himself. Into the middle. Headed away. And a corner upcoming for North Central with 1:35 to play.
Stanky going to go take the corner kick for the Cardinals.
Charlie Stanky on the far side of the field.
Brem making sure he can't put one in short.
Third corner for North Central today. And it is headed away. Out towards Perez, a swing and a miss on his attempt with the right foot. And we'll see if Froelich just stops to zoop it onto the offensive side, and he does that with 1:10 remaining. Rolling out a North Central throw-in. The Cardinals are pressing everybody ahead. A sense of urgency here. And you can understand why with one minute remaining. And the Cardinals down by a goal. Headed towards the goal. Domshevsky will keep.
Nice play by Sebastian Domshevsky. North Central got ahead on it that time. Domshevsky was halfway out of the goal box. Just the Cardinals' third shot of the match, though, and now a foul on North Central. And Elmhurst going to take some time off the clock here. 40 seconds and rolling. They can take their time.
Randy Warren.
Warren elects to just chip it into the corner. Sterner trying to keep it in and does so.
Let it ride for a while before Tworick takes it away. Now it is Sterner again with 25 seconds to play.
Sterner content to just go right back into the corner. Now a throw in for Elmhurst with 20 seconds. All but wrap things up here as the Blue Jays will just have to toss it in down to 10.
10 seconds away from CCIW victory number 1. The defending conference champs, I'm sure, are surprised that it has taken 4 matches, but Elmhurst will indeed record their first CCIW victory of the season, blanking North Central 1-0 this evening.
Finally, the Blue Jays on the win column in conference play, a 1-0 victory. Like you said, I'm sure they would have loved to have had a few more goals, but they are very content just to get that first victory in conference play, keep their CCW tournament chances alive. You know, Dave DiTomaso said earlier, Tim, that every one of these is a must-win game in conference play if you're aiming for that conference tournament, and the Blue Jays able to do that tonight by delivering a victory over North Central.
And with that, we will say fare thee well to our broadcast tonight. Elmhurst is 7-7 on the season and 1-3 in the CCIW. David Griggs, his first goal of the season in the first half off of a corner kick from Matt Sterner. Enough for Elmhurst tonight as they drop North Central to 4-6-3 and 0-2-1 in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Again, we'll have soccer doubleheader action for you on Saturday from Langhorst Field. The men at 1, the women at 3 against Illinois Wesleyan University, as we continue a busy week here on Blue Jay TV. For my partner Kevin Jude and for our entire crew, I'm Tim Calderwood. Thanks for watching.